more and more responsibility. He does a lot in official capacity for ISKCON. I'm going to talk a little bit about what he does outside of that official capacity. But it's really wonderful to have you here tonight. Yugala Kishore Prabhu is a globally renowned motivational speaker, lifestyle mentor, and coach. He guides students, professionals, and corporate leaders. He's conducted seminars on personal development, as well as providing spiritual education to families in East Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. Based in Michigan, he also travels throughout the U.S., teaching spiritual education, work-life balance, relationships, and mindfulness to doctors, IT professionals, businessmen, students, and families. He builds communities and equips them with tools for managing the challenges of the modern world and living in peace and harmony with nature. He regularly speaks at universities such as Carnegie Mellon, University of Pittsburgh, University of Cincinnati, Wayne State University, and Lawrence Tech University. Also multinational corporations, including Procter & Gamble and Ford Motor Company. His seminar topics include a bunch of things: time management, anger management, having a positive attitude, human relationships, culture of collaboration, art of effective communication, art of decision-making, ethics and leadership and management. We don't have enough time to go on. That really does. We are pleased to have him here. He's also been very personally supportive of me in those fledgling years and encouraging, and I really appreciate it. Please join me in welcoming Grace, Dr. Kishore. Going to about 7:30, about 35, 40 minutes.
7:30. ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमामि विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिते नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पश्चात्तिदिशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगं लंघयते गिरिमित्रपातं वन्दे श्रीगुरोन्दनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिते नमस्ते सरस्वती गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पश्चात्तिदिशतारिणे। I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization, so I seek blessings of everyone. Thank you. Janitai Prabhu, my senior god brother, I need his blessings. Yudhanath Prabhu is also another my god brother, I need his blessings. I need, Gaur Kumar Prabhu, I need his blessings. Practically everyone of you. John Prabhu. So, this is Mahatirtha. I just came on Monday, leaving tomorrow. And in between, by His causeless mercy, I got the opportunity to speak. Before I start, actually, as my computer is starting, I never shared this with anybody. I used to work in MetLife, and one we used to, that time, 4th Street, right?
Yes.
Ashram was in 4th Street. So one day there was no place. So they told me, you sleep here. So I slept here. And same place, exactly like this. So I had a dream. The next day I told Brahmacharis I had a dream, but I never shared with I didn't share the details with, didn't share the details of the dream with them. But I felt like, I felt encouraged to share actually. So I slept here, had a dream. Srila Prabhupada came in the dream, and not like today, it's raining of course, but there's a maybe swimming pool, very deep swimming pool, And this side also water, this side also water. And between I was going. But I didn't know if I go that way, again water would come and it would swallow me. Suddenly Prabhupada appeared. Don't go that way, you go this way. Prabhupada said that. You know. So, you know, wow, amazing, you know. So maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 times I had Srila Prabhupada in my dreams. But that thing happened here when I slept. So, just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So, as I said, I neither have any qualification nor do I have realization. Please bear with me, I'm good for nothing actually. So, I just want to read, that's how I begin with today. February 3rd, 1966, Srila Prabhupada Diary. The first point I want to tell, why he has become so empowered. He doesn't want to take credit for himself. February 3rd, 1966, Thursday, Srila Prabhupada is writing. Today, there was a very nice demonstration of tape record, Sankirtan by me. It is all grace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Haridas Thakur said that the transcendental sound of Harinam would even purify the hearts of birds and beasts. Today, the statement of Thakur Haridas is corroborated, confirmed. These Americans cannot even understand a word's meaning of Sankirtan, yet they were so much attracted. It is all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's power. There is no credit for me. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has empowered Srila Prabhupada for this one reason. Srila Prabhupada, throughout his life, he tried to spread Krishna consciousness. A pure devotee from spiritual world with a message. 1948, he wrote a letter to Babu Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. If I write to you saying, I'll go back to Godhead end of my life, don't think I'm crazy or mad. It is possible. But I don't want to go alone. I want to take people with me. Please support my program. Fund my program. India is a secular country. Nobody responded to that mail. Nobody supported him. 17 years later, he landed up in America. What India did not give, Srila Prabhupada says, eventually America gave him money and manpower and fulfilled his desire. But Krishna wanted to make it not a very easy thing, but a very difficult. He also struggled in the streets of Manhattan. But actually, I always speak on this one point. One thing you can learn from Prabhupada is positive attitude. I always say this. I just presented a seminar in Wayne State, in the Dearborn University. You're from Dearborn, University of Michigan, Dearborn. One thing you can learn from him, there is no question of U-turn. So much positive attitude. 30 years, 40 years he struggled in India to promote Krishna consciousness, a failure. Now he got an opportunity to come to America. I have a question for all of you. Usually I ask this question to software engineers. A, you failed as a software programmer in Java or Python for 30 years. Every 2 months you join this job as a Java programmer or a programmer of Python. Every 2 months you're laid off. How long it happened? 30 years, let us say. Suddenly one day your friend comes and says, hey, come to America. I'll pay you in dollars. Oh, welcome. So, what is the opportunity? I'll recruit you as a Java programmer. I'm happy failing in India. The foreign land, I don't want to be a failure there. I don't want to come there. Give me some management position, some reception job, something, but not this. Srila Prabhupada failed 30-40 years in India, and at the fag end of his life, he has come to America. He did not hesitate at all. We try 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, and we become depressed. Things are not working out for me. Where can you see this incorrigible attitude of positive attitude? Failed 4 decades and trying to try in America, which is a foreign land for him. Recently I met a gentleman who came to study in NYU. Same time, now he's 85 years actually. One day I came across a gentleman, very elderly Indian gentleman, speaking to Americans in a heavy Indian accented English. I could not understand much, so I walked out. So, why he was empowered? Purity is the force. He endured all these sufferings with a smile on his face, but never gave it up. And he is telling here, today there was a nice demonstration of a tape record, demonstration of tape record of Sankirtan by me. So maybe people liked it. Yes, the Haridas Thakur production is coming through. Few people are coming, few hippies are coming because maybe they liked Prasad. Or somebody liked Kirtan. But Prabhupada, that was actually fueling his enthusiasm. Wow. My request to all of you, if you're a failure for 1, 2, 3 years, take this as an example and go forward. Maybe Krishna has a better plan for you. So at this point, the first one I read, no credit for himself. Even though he has achieved a lot, he didn't take credit for himself. He's telling, this is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. This is my Guru Maharaj mercy. Wow. First is positive attitude. Second quality, he did not want to take credit for himself. Now, a month later, March 6, 1966. Today, whole day passed at Monroe, Ananda Ashram. In the morning, there was Kirtan. It was very much appreciated. This is where Prabhupada was testing his waters in Manhattan, in America. I returned at 6 p.m. in the evening. I talked to Mr. Mazid Khan of Iran. He was interested in spiritual dissemination for the whole world. Took lessons for more than 1.5 hours. Today is Adivas Day of Gaur Purnim. Devotees at Vrindavan and Navadvip are enjoying celebration. I am alone, without any devotee companion. But I have come here to serve the Lord and not for personal happiness. I am prepared to live in hell even if I am able to do service to Lord. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted that this mission should be propagated all over the world. And that's my objective. I do not mind the inconvenience. Any inconvenience personally felt. signed A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So what is the third point? 70-year-old man. I want to add a point here. One time Bhakticharya Swami came to Chopri temple and said, how many of you know what Prabhupada did? Under what circumstances? Does anyone know? Nobody raised their hands. Bhakticharya Swami said, we do not know because none of you brahmacharis are 70. Because 70-year-old body gives a lot of trouble. Now you are very agile and active, but you have no idea what happens in 70s. So Srila Prabhupada at the age of 70 is enduring all the difficulties alone, just alone. And he's telling today's, Gaur Purnima, I'm alone. And there he is telling his resolve, I want to go to hell eternally. Wow, Gopi's statement actually, I want to go to hell to promote Lord Chaitanya's movement. How many of us know Srila Prabhupada is Grahastha had 6 children, 5 or 6 children. One is autistic, Prayagraj. He was autistic. And his business sometimes would go up, sometimes it would go down. A failing business. And Prabhupada came to America, Prabhupada had diabetes. And not that Prabhupada did not have any difficulties. But in his electrified enthusiasm to spread Krishna consciousness, he ignored all these inconveniences. And the previous point, what is that? He did not take any credit for himself. He has the highest altitude of positive attitude. And now he is telling, I want to go to hell. I want to go to any extent to please Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am sure he did not have any idea how this would unfold. But that was his drive. And before coming to America, Srila Prabhupada went to Advaita Bhavan, Mayapur. From Mayapur he went to Shantipur, and there he chanted, cried. My Guru Maharaj has given me this instruction. I have no ability. Advaita Acharya, you called, by offering tulsi leaf and Ganga water to Saligram Sila, you called Krishna to descend. Please. This is the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and discussed the preaching strategies with you, Advaita Acharya, and Nityananda Prabhu. Please, give me that strength. And actually, no, what is that? If you have an idea, you are going to become big and you are going to become a founder for next 10,000 years. Sometimes people may imitate, but not all the time. So he wrote a poem in Jaladuta. Nachao, Prabhu, nachao se mate. Make me dance, make me dance. Why are you bringing me to this place? Why did you give me this name, Bhaktivedanta Swami? Please prove. Give me your mercy. Infuse my words with some Shakti, so that these Americans and Europeans can understand something. Those days, not that Srila Prabhupada was the only one who came to America to test his luck. Before Prabhupada, already big gurus, they were already there in America. Some were successful actually. And Prabhupada, nobody knew. But what was his mission? To become famous? Definitely not. Fulfill the mission of his Guru Maharaj. One day, Rupa Goswami was actually sitting on the bank of Yamuna. He did literally everything what Lord Chaitanya said. One thing was remaining. He was not happy that he did everything, but he was unhappy that one thing was missing. What is that? Building a temple. Radha Govinda temple. For Radha Govinda temple to build, you need Radha Govinda deity. So to the extent we feel, unqualified, to the extent we have longing to fulfill the desire of the spiritual master or authority, that much extent we go forward. What are the two enemies for spiritual life? Lethargy and complacency. I'll sleep today, I'll go to temple tomorrow. So lethargy is the one that puts us, in the backwards. What is the second one? Complacency. I'm happy chanting 16 rounds. I don't want to do 2 more rounds. I'm happy doing these things in a negative way. When you're complacent about the progress, spiritual progress, then we trail behind. Rupa Goswami says, Laulyam ekam api mulyam. What is that one quality that pushes us forward in spiritual life? Intense greed. One should have that intense greed. That takes us forward. So, Srila Prabhupada, next point, in his heart was weeping to see the illusion and ignorance of these fallen souls. He was willing to die for them. His compassion was so great that it melted the heart of even the wicked. And thousands began to surrender their lives for this mission. He told them, if you want to join the mission, you have to follow 4 regulative principles. No illicit sex, no intoxication, no gambling, no meditating. Wow. He was crying. Actually, initial days, one thing bothered me very much. If he's a pure devotee, why he calls everyone rascals? It really bothered me actually. I was shining 16 ounce, but somehow, why is he calling? But later I understood. That is his helplessness. A pure devotee. What is real preacher? What is a real guru? A person who can cut through the ignorance. What is the material world today? Thick layers of ignorance. So he is trying to do that in his own way. His heart was weeping. Wow. So that is how he started. Why he was empowered? Because of the previous qualities. Now I just want 7:14. I have another 16 minutes. Because of all these qualities, he was empowered actually. His heart was weeping, positive attitude. He did not want to take any credit for himself. He did not want to become famous. In India, practically all the missions are named after the gurus who founded the missions. Ramakrishna mission, Chinmaya mission, that mission, this mission. Srila Prabhupada wanted Krishna to become famous, Hare Krishna mantra to become famous. Today, all over the world, we are in actually more than 120 countries. They call it Hare Krishna mission. Many people do not know Srila Prabhupada actually. Very interesting. Because Prabhupada wanted the mantra to become famous. That's why his desire is fulfilled. That is how our mission is represented by in different countries actually. So, one more point before I tell other examples. His faith and Harinam is matchless. Obiel Kapoor is his god brother, a friend. I went to Srila Prabhupada. That time Srila Prabhupada was actually operating Prayag Pharmacy as the CEO. Abhay Babu, I need help. Whenever, he was a professor. Obiel Kapoor was a professor in PHU, Benares Hindu University. It's IIT, right?
Yes.
Today it's IIT actually. So Abhay Babu, during exams, I go through a lot of stress. So can you give me some medicine to become relieved of the stress? And so Prabhupada may actually, it said give me half an hour. So Prabhupada made he was preparing some medicine and eventually gave him. And he tried that, and 1-2 months later he came back. Abhay Babu, this medicine worked very well. So I was not that much stressed out during my exams time. But I have one more problem. So what is that? Abhay Babu, nowadays, my chanting is not good. When I heard this is the problem, those days also, 100 years ago. My chanting is not good. People are telling you have a medicine for that. You have any medicine in Prayag pharmacy to improve my chanting? So, please don't be humble, but I need this medicine. Srila Prabhupada said, yes, medicine is there. One day, this medicine will become famous all over the world. The insignificant disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur will spread this formula all over the world. But it's not any secret, I can tell you. Tranadapi sunichana, tararapi saishna. Amanana manadana kirtani is the hari. You apply this, your chanting will improve. But then what happened? The time is very, very powerful that separated them. Then Prabhupada, business, in his business he went through so many troubles. He did not even have one time 25 cents, 25 pies. And eventually took sannyas. So they were separated probably 30-40 years. But 1975, suddenly, you want to meet Bhaktivedanta Swami, you need an appointment. So there are American disciples, you have to cross them to meet him. Srila Prabhupada was opening Krishna Balaram temple. The governor of UP came, the top celebrities were there. All the many Americans from all over the world were there in Vrindavan Krishna Balaram temple that day. And now, one time, very powerful professor, now a retired professor. That's how the metal world works, So, standing in one corner, my childhood friend, will he recognize me? So Prabhupada was walking in one corner, and like in the crowds of thousands of people, suddenly he recognized Obiel Kapoor. Prabhupada ran to him and said, his name is I think Nityananda Prabhu. You remember me? Abhay Babu. Wow. He did not even consider all his fanfare, all his success. And he is trying to introduce himself. Abhay Babu, your god brother. They both embraced each other and cried. He said, you didn't change. Whatever, all these things you got, these designations that you got, Abhay Babu, you didn't change. You are still the same Abhay Babu. So usually we try to, when we get newer designations, we try to live on that. But Prabhupada was not like that actually. So, and another point I said, Prabhupada was taking in his sannyas. Head to sannyas was, that time he called Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj to come and sing kirtan during that sannyas ceremony. And you all know this, So the Narayan Maharaj was performing yajna. So Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj was singing. So he would say like this, because this kirtan is stopping his mantras, the kirtan is louder. So he's telling like this. But Prabhupada would say like this. Louder. So Akinchan Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj says, that's when I knew he's the one who would make, who would prove the words of Lord Chaitanya. So, I have another 10 minutes. I want to tell you something interesting, not from the books. One time, journey home, I had to promote. Then His Holiness Radhana Swami also wrote Journey Within. I want to, Radhana Swami was expected to come to Michigan. We arranged 4 or 5 programs, spent a lot of money. So what I did, I went to a nearby local TV station just to give an advertisement. Local TV channel, actually not station, I'm sorry. So because I know this person, his name is Robert Tyler. Everyone knows him as Robert Tyler because he has a very famous, what is that? This serial he runs by the name Into the Mystical. But nobody knows him. He is a Hare Krishna devotee. Temple president of Bhaktivedanta Manor 1975. So, but everyone, his name is Bhumadev. Everyone knows him as Robert Tyler. He never presented himself as a Hare Krishna devotee. His wife's name is Pamela Tyler. Regular, They've been living in Michigan probably 30 plus years. They moved to the Michigan. I said, Prabhuji, we want to give an advertisement. He said, please come. So we had another half an hour time. So I said, please share your experience with Srila Prabhupada. And that next 10 minutes is whatever he told me, I will share. But very important is, he is known in elite Michigan crowd as Robert Tyler. And what is that? He runs this serial, Into the Mystical. But one more thing. What is that? He is also psychic. Psychics have associations all over America. And he told me this story. I was amazed actually. Yugala Kishore, nobody knows me as Hare Krishna. Nobody knows. So I am famous here as what is that? This serial I run, Into the Mystical, as a co-host, as a host of this thing. One day, I went to one meeting, psychic meeting, So many people came. So we make good friendships with, there are 300 people in Michigan. I came across a lady. I met her first time and she met my wife and said, please come to our home. I think in psychics what they do is they talk. They read your mind and you read their mind, something like that. It's very interesting, he said. So first time I met her, she invited him and his wife to her home. He said, the psychics have a chair. They will never give it to anybody. And it's like a doctor chair. She sat in the chair and we sat in the opposite 2 chairs. I said, yeah, you read my mind, I'll read your mind. Trust me, she met me first time, she did not know anything. And she started reading. In 5 minutes, she said, wow, golden. I said, what is golden? I said, golden aura. What is his name? One person is standing behind you, your guru. His name is Prabhupada. He was stunned. And usually first time somebody is revealing my Hare Krishna credentials. She said, he has this golden aura. Then immediately what she did, he told me. She got down her chair and she sat on the ground. I said, why you relinquished your chair? Your guru has that type of relationship with God. I cannot sit on the chair before him. Your guru has that type of relationship with God. I cannot sit, on chair before him. She sat on the ground. And this happened in 1990s. He said, she has no idea about Hare Krishnas. Your guru is very unhappy with whatever is happening in America. Very disheartened. To the extent he wants to come again. And she said, he's happy that you're not part of this. Should I continue? One more thing she said. But your guru is telling, you're not reading his books daily. Wow. You're not reading his books daily. He's unhappy. And she's telling one after another, as though she knows about Hare Krishna movement, she never knew anything. And that's what Yugala Kishore, every line she was telling was actually, there's a chill going in my spine actually. How does she know all these things? And the punchline of this entire our entire conversation is, she got down and she sat on the ground with one line, "Your guru has that type of relation with God. I cannot sit on a chair before him." How many of you liked it? Then to add to that, he said, 1972 Srila Prabhupada came to London and we all went to airport. And Prabhupada has this aura, Lord Chaitanya's aura, golden. And Prabhupada was getting down the airplane. We all sat on, offered obeisances. And Prabhupada came, we all got up. And Prabhupada started walking. I think British police are called bobbies. Then one bobby said, "Wow, golden! Who is that person?" They are very tall people. Prabhupada is not that much tall. He said, "Oh wow, golden, who is this person?" Prabhuji said, "He has nothing to do with us." But he could see that golden aura around Prabhupada. Varsana Maharaj one time he said, actually there's a picture in Vrindavan. Prabhupada giving the class, and you see a golden effulgence actually. Suddenly, that sun came in the morning, through the, came into the temple hall through that window, and Prabhupada, the whole room was lit up. More important, Prabhupada was lit up actually. So, 3 more minutes. No, I'm a little concerned actually. I don't know the protocols here. The point is, if only we knew where we came in, we will not be complacent. We will not take things for granted. Maybe first year of initiation or 1 year before initiation, we will be very serious. If we are not careful, we develop that same familiarity with the Guru also, with the process also. So one has to invest in sadhana. And very important with Srila Prabhupada is the epitome of compassion and humility, and more than anything is Guru Nishtha. Wow, what is Guru Nishtha? Shivaram Maharaj writes in one of his books, a Uttamadhikari comes to Madhyamadhikari level and to preach, but still the power is there. Time is running out. Why can't we read Nectar of Instruction and take out read the qualities of Kanishtadhikari, Madhyama and Uttama, and why don't we consciously try to elevate ourselves to Uttamadhikari and make the difference? First in our lives, in the lives of others. Today, tomorrow will never come. So, the point is, honestly speaking, as I understand more and more, so wow, I need to become serious, Time is running out. If we do not appreciate, or if we do not know what we got, the world is always there to distract us. The technology is always there to distract us. The cell phones are always there to distract us. And more than anything, our nonsense mind is there to distract us. So, honestly speaking, more than giving lecture, one question everyone has to ask here, are people on the line, online? What is that I am doing to Srila Prabhupada for what he has done to me? Lord Chaitanya, that midnight 12 o'clock, maybe late midnight, he walked out in the darkness, jumped in waters of Ganga to swim across to take sannyas, only to preach to the people who are avoiding him. Nityananda Prabhu was willing to go through to the experience of being beaten up, only to give Krishna to others. Srila Prabhupada had to endure 2 heart attacks, seasickness, came to America, only to give Krishna consciousness to the most unqualified people. So yes, Prabhupada is great, Prabhupada is great. Definitely when we say like that, when we glorify him, we'll make progress. The real thing is, one has to apply compassion on himself or herself. Let me do sadhana nicely today. Sadhana should be a class. Namaruchi Jivadaya Vaishnava Seva. Time is running out. Am I on the path of achieving taste for the holy name? Compassion is a quality one person will attain only when he is in bhava stage. So definitely we cannot. But let us become the instrument of compassion of Srila Prabhupada. And Vaishnava Seva, when devotees come, let us serve. Then what happens? That mercy will flow through us. A last line, Chandramauli Maharaj said recently, process will not fail you. I can even share what he said. They were like, "Ooh, amazing." But simple, like the exercise. I used to serve him 20 years ago. But the disease of the Kanishta is we take everyone for granted. So I regretted that I took him for granted. Actually, these are all Prabhupada. Prabhupada means Prabhupada disciples included actually. So Maharaj is telling, process will not fail you. But Maya will take you out of the process. Or you may be in the process, but you become very weak. By criticizing others, by picking up quarrels with others. Whatever is detrimental to bhakti, we pick those up. And we become weak in our sadhana. Chanting, all the things will come back, and 13 rounds we are not focused. Then give it up. Actually, real service to Srila Prabhupada is a role model devotee. Vaishnavism is great, not in preaching, in behavior. My sadhana is good, that will reflect in my behavior. Not in lectures. My chanting is good means it will reflect in behavior. Recently told myself this. Thank you very much. If I have spoken anything wrong, do excuse me as a humble servant. Very grateful for your patient audience. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Kishore Prabhu, starting us off very practical. Prabhupada's struggles, his difficulties, his sacrifices, and ultimately his mysticism. Very nice. Thank you so much. You must be exhausted having just arrived the other day. And thank you for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you, Rich.
So we're going to have a short kirtan in 5 minutes. Would you care to lead?
Yeah, if you want it.
Harmonium or mridanga or katas?
Harmonium too, fine.